Jamie, nice busy gym for you again, and a busy few weeks coming up for you.
Yeah, off to Kazakhstan on Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Monday, so Tursyn's fighting on the 10th of July. Opponent wise, we were struggling.
Just been changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, changed from Russia. I think his record's 19 and 12. But we've had like 5 different opponents.
Well, for them, that's an easy fight, isn't it? Considering look at the record.
Exactly, it's not ideal for him because of the way we try to progress him and getting to where we need to get him to. But he just wouldn't have boxed if we didn't match him with this kid. So he had some good opponents and just they pulled out for whatever reason. It's difficult with him. So
well, he'd actually finished camp before and he's just done 4 rounds as a favour with Scott, who's starting camp, isn't it?
Exactly. So I mean, Tursyn's ready to fight. Scott's only just starting training properly and he's not even sparred yet. So we appreciate him coming down and doing it for us because he's helped us out because we were just really struggling getting sparring for him. But like I say, Scott's only just starting out, so I'm sure in the future they'll be able to get many rounds.
Well, in the future though, they could be possible opponents because they're moving him ridiculously quick, and within. Do you think maybe even before the end of next year he could be challenging for a world title?
The plan is. I've been told by his management that the plan is for him to fight for a world title in 7 fights. So he's had 3. So if that's the case, then you know, in terms of opponent, this isn't ideal because if you're going to get him ready,
it's not a step up
fight for the world title. Exactly. Yeah. The only thing this kid might give him is rounds because out of his losses, I think he's lost 12. He's only been stopped once, and that was in the 10th and last round. So if anything, he should give him some rounds because that's something what he struggled to get because
his only call he gave many rounds, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think part of that problem was Tursyn himself. He overcommitted, tried too hard, and I think part of the reason why he's ended up here with us is to try and slow him down a little bit and sort of work on that ring craft on the inside.
He's a great addition to the team here though. He's fitted in really well. I know he don't speak too much English yet, but the bits he does, he has for him and Stephen Ward a real comedy duo act.
Yeah, which you'd never have put on Stephen Ward, would you? No. So just shows you it's not always about the individual, it's about the duet. I'm really not that funny, but Nige is pretty funny and that's how it works out. But Tursyn slotted right in with everyone. Like you say, he doesn't speak much English, but he's a lovely kid. He's got a great personality, he's funny, and
he never stops smiling.
No, yeah, he's just
even when he's being punched,
real
he's smiling.
Good energy around you. He's nice to have in the gym.
Yeah. And Nige was on form yesterday. He did bag Jazza.
Always on form. I'm sure it's just debagged Scott as well. And Scott
he did. In fact, I filmed it. Proper VIP man, VIP raps. Yeah. Don't say we don't care of him. Outside of that, you've got Aqib out. Is he on the first fight camp?
7th. No, the second.
Second one then.
Yeah, 7th of August.
Any opponent?
No opponent yet. There was a few banging about, but we've agreed to a couple of them, so we'll see what comes up. But again, Aqib's one of them fighters who we've tried to match relatively tough because he's only 5 fights in, and you wouldn't necessarily move someone as quick as we have done with him. But I said to Steve, and we agreed early on, he's the type of fighter who needs to be matched well, not tough or overly tough, but matched well so that he takes the lessons on board because he's that good a fighter as he is now and that established. You don't want him to go backwards, and you know he sparred Jazzy today, and Jazz is such a good fighter, and you know he's a world-class fighter, and you know could be world champion in his next fight. And you know Aqib does so well with, anyway, you know, he's done it for years with Carl Frampton, sparring with Jack Catterall.
His last 2 years with you here have been a fantastic learning curve for him, hasn't he? I mean, he's been spoilt really, hasn't he?
He's been fortunate to that he's in an area where he's come to our gym and he's learned so much off the fighters what have been here. Martin Murray, Rocky Fielding, Carl Frampton, you know, Chantelle, Jack Catterall. So much experience and different types of styles. So that's why he's so versatile and he's got so many different strings to his bow because he'll watch Carl and how good he was going forward, or Martin Murray and that sort of aggressive come forward type fighter, and then he'll sit there and watch Jack Catterall sparring, who's got one of the most unbelievably difficult defences to unlock and it's hard to understand what he does to make him that good. And then I'll sit there with him and sort of point things out and say, see what he's doing there, blah, blah, blah.
He picks up well,
so he'll train himself, and then he'll sit next to me. Lerone does it, Lerone Harrison as well, and we'll just sit there and talk about him sparring. And I think you'll learn more like that. I did it myself. I understand the value in that, because without even realising what I was doing, I used to go to the Phoenix camp when I was 17, 18, in my dinner hour, and I'd sit with Billy Graham watching the sparring, talking about Ensley Bingham, Carl Thompson, Maurice Core, Ricky, Michael Broder, watching all them guys spar and understanding what they was doing, just me and Billy talking. Didn't even realise the amount of education I was getting from that. So I understand the importance of stuff like that. So I say to him, sit with us, watch it, and
that must be nice for you, because you just mentioned in there Lerone, Oliver's son. Oliver Harrison, with your coach and everything, passed on. Was it 2 years ago now?
2 years, just over 2 years.
And I think for about the last 8 months, Lerone has been able.
So just after the beginning of lockdown, he started to come. So it's over a year. And
how much does he look like his dad now?
He's the image of him, isn't he?
He wasn't, you know, when he was a little kid, he was a skinny little thing, and I never thought he looked like his dad.
I just said to him today, actually, he's really filling out, and he shows he's maturing now. And listen, it's a heartbreaking story, but you know, it's a nice story in the sense that I know Oliver
would be happy about this.
Oliver would have trusted me with his son. I know that, and I'm just glad that we're in the situation where I can look after him for him and get him to where he needs to get to.
Yeah, and I must admit, I've seen big improvement, because he was a great amateur. He was a nice, sweet boxer, but I don't think there was too much power there. And I think I was videoing him a little bit just a week or two ago. He was on the pads, and that's changing.
He's really matured. Yeah, he has. He's come on, but in the same sense as Aqib's come on and improved through being around the fight, so has he. In fact, Lerone's learnt from Aqib, so it's great. I just love seeing that sort of camaraderie in the gym, and the way that they treat each other like a team members, and they all
it's an
help each
individual
other.
sport.
Jack's a great role model. He's in here every day. When he's got a fight or not, he's been a real tough few years for him, hanging around for this world title shot.
Well, that might be being announced soon. They talk about that in maybe November, hopefully.
That's what we're talking about, so fingers crossed we can get a date nailed down for him, because he deserves it. He's waited long enough. But it's great to have him here, not just because he's such a nice lad and he's such a good fighter, but the other fighters are learning, who are coming up behind him, learning so much about his ring craft, his work ethic, exactly that. They see how he does it, and he's not even got a fight coming up, and then, you know, it just shows the discipline what you need.
And Chantelle, any news on Chantelle?
Nothing for definite yet, but I think she's hoping sort of end of August, September time. Unification. Eddie's told her that it's going to be a unification, so fingers crossed we can get that over the line, because the plan is to make her undisputed, or get an undisputed champion by December, and fingers crossed, I'm pretty confident it'll be Chantelle.
And what about Stephen Ward? Did we talk about a possible British title fight for him? But
yeah, well, we don't know what happened there, but it got put out to purse bids, and there was supposed to be negotiations about it being for the vacant British title. Then it got switched, and somebody else was fighting for the vacant British title. So we've not heard no more news since then. So we're just waiting to find out now. Same with Sean McGoldrick. It's just difficult, isn't it, because there's not that many shows. There's limited amount of people per show. So you know, the sooner everything gets back to normal, the better.
But it's been good for you, though. You have been busy all the way through this.
We've been dead lucky, really, really lucky in terms of a gym, that we've had the fighters have been able to stay busy. We've trained all the way through, and we've had quite a few fights over the last 16 months during lockdown. So we have been really lucky.
Alright, well listen, good luck for next week.
Cheers, pal.
Hopefully he'll bring you back in before
Kazakhstan. I know, never been
Kazakhstan.
Never been. No, I'm looking forward to it. It's supposed to be beautiful, actually. It's supposed to be a real big investment gone in there the last 10 years or so, and it's supposed to be nice.
Is he going to come back with you, or are you going to stay over there?
Stay over there a few weeks afterwards, spend some time with his family, and then he'll be back home.
Is he married or anything?
Yeah, he's married, got 4 kids.
You're joking?
Yeah, he's got 4 kids. So yeah, it must be tough for him being away from his family, but it's all for a purpose, isn't it?
Right, okay, nice one, James. Always great talking to you.
Cheers,
Thank you. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.